today I'm finally ready to quilt curves on my block. I had a plan, but I knew that some of it didn't work. I was going to stitch some curves inside of the orange square, and I like that. The rest of the curves that I had planned, I'm not going to keep. I had some sort of lines stitched in here and maybe some ribbon candy, and then I had tiny little pumpkin seeds stitched in here. I don't like the pumpkin seeds in here because they're too small for the rest of the quilt. It's just too fussy, so I'm going to do something else. And whatever I do today is what's going to stay because I don't really like to pick it out, so let's see if it works. So for the curves in the orange square, I am using some templates. This is from Handy Quilter. It is an oval C1. It is a long arm quilting template, and it has two different pieces. I'm going to use them both. So this is a long arm quilting machine I'm using with a hopping foot, and I can put that right next to the ruler. I can put the ruler right next to the foot, and it has grip on the bottom here, so I can move the quilt with the template. If you're working on a home machine, check with your manufacturer to see what foot they recommend for quilting against rulers. I'm going to stitch. I've left 1/4 inch up here at the corner so that my 1/4 inch hopping foot will pass by the template and allow my needle to go right in the corner. So one corner, two, just trim that thread while I'm here. 3 and 4. So I like that. But I think if one's good, two is likely better. Let's get the bigger oval in here and do the exact same thing again. I am putting it next to my foot, having it 1/4 inch away from the corner, using the ruler grip, and there I stitched one small curve inside another. I really, really like that look. So my center square is done. I can't lift my presser foot because there isn't one. I just released the tension, pulled the quilt away while holding on to the top thread, needle down, needle up in the same hole, and pull up my bobbin thread. I'm now going to start down here in the corner, make a knot of that large green triangle that I had no idea what I was going to quilt in. I now have a 6-inch circle and a 4-inch circle. Again, long arm quilting templates from Handy Quilter. I am going to do a curve from this point to this point. I'm going to stitch along this curve. I'm allowing 1/4 inch up here. One curve. Now I want to put a petal in the middle, so I want to stitch a curve up to this point. I'm going to use a smaller circle. This is a 4-inch circle. If I used the 6-inch circle, it would be a very, very narrow petal, and I like them a little fatter. So I've stitched up, and now I want to stitch back into the end. However, while I'm up here, I want to take my little oval again, and I'm going to stitch just some continuous curve in this block. I'm doing it now because I don't have to make another knot later. Again, right against the foot, 1/4 inch away from where my seam allowance is down here. 1. 2, 3, and 4. I'm trying to decide if I want to put the second one in, and I think for symmetry I do. So I'm going to get that bigger oval. One. Second one. Third, and the final one. Now that I've finished this corner, I can go back and finish the triangle. I was working with the 4-inch circle here. I'll finish that petal in the middle. And my 6-inch one out here again. And I think you can see the finished block there. I'm going to do that in all 4 triangles all the way around.